There's no point in even looking up to see what the statues are because they're everywhere. And there's the main man in front, Alexander the Great. Good evening from Skopje, the capital of North Macedonia. I've just arrived here, it's getting late, 7 o'clock, so with the little time I have, I hit the road, explore, and see what I come across. So they have a very big bazaar here. It's the second largest bazaar in Europe after the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul. But here they actually do call it the Turkish Bazaar because it's here since the Turkish Ottoman times. Yeah? Those buildings, like, that's all Turkish style, or Ottoman style. Just walking by the mosque here. So obviously a big Muslim influence in this part of the city. 32% of Skopje is Muslim. About 65% Orthodox, Macedonian Orthodox, and then the rest are Catholic, Protestant and Jewish. How's your Turkish delight? Now, Umbrella Street, you're seeing these popping up all over the place now. And I'll say one thing, they did not splash out on the umbrellas. Not as bright and colourful as some of the streets you'd see in some other cities, let's say. You know what, those umbrellas were a very smart move from whoever put them up. I'm guessing it's the shop owners around here, because it's going to bring people here to take photos, isn't it? So why don't you come in and have a bit of Turkish delight? No Turkish coffee. Cats everywhere. Right, let's see. Keep going now. So that was the old bazaar in the old town. Now, some huge statues. Another mosque. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that's Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great was Macedonian, even though from a different part. You know, the old Macedonia was Greece, northern Greece and all that, so he wasn't exactly from here. But I'll tell you who was from here. Mother Teresa. Where's her statue? I don't have enough time to check, but it'd have to be Alexander or his father Philip. Beautiful fountain, beautiful. All the statues going along the buildings. More statues. Actually, this city has been nicknamed the City of Statues or something like that, because it's just got like statues all over the place, which is kind of recent here. They only put them up over the last 5 to 10 years, I believe. I'm going to head up towards the fortress actually, and then I'll come down here later because I want to see the fortress before the sun goes down. Tell you what, the next time they're putting up new statues, they could put a few new steps in as well, couldn't they? So there's your fortress. Now let's see where the entrance is. It could be closed. Interesting looking city. I cannot compare it to anywhere I've been. It's different. Up at the top of the mountain there, you see a huge cross. Another interesting thing about some of these places in the Balkans is the mix between Orthodox and Islam. Something I haven't really, I suppose, I mean, Ireland has a couple of mosques. You'd see it around, but here you can see Islam is still a part of their culture, yeah? So in just a space of a few hours, I'm hoping to fit in the few usual things that I do in my videos. That's to see a bit of the old like the Kale Fortress here, a bit of the new, and try a couple of local beers in an Irish pub. Doesn't have to be an Irish pub, but if there is one, I'll be there. But when you see this, I mean, yeah, there's nothing good happening in there. Where's the entrance? I found an entrance at last, way over the other side. Oh, that's a lot of overgrowth. There's a horse over there. It's a very nice horse. Oh, a bunch of young fellas over there. Looks like they're drinking cans. I'm not going near them because I met a lad from North Macedonia when I was in Bulgaria, and he said very, very carefully, goes, there's a very good chance of getting beaten up and robbed. I said, what? He says, yeah. Well, I thought he was being a bit of an asshole just saying it, but put the camera down for a minute. You're walking through a park, late evening, the lads drinking and all that. You watch yourself, it's stupid, you know, you don't do that. You go the long way. What's going on there? Some weird stuff happening over there. Thought he was wrestling, but he's got his hand down your man's jocks from the back. Very strange. Okay, so I'm glad I came up. Great view of the city. Oh yeah, look at those mountains. So the findings here indicate that it goes back around 3000 BC, whereas earlier the fortress I was in Okram goes an extra 1,000 years back, 4,000 years. There's not much information about this place online, to be honest. But look at the whole idea is to just come here and see it and make a video and show it. Yeah, that's the best I can do for now. Big huge screen down there, see that? I'll be heading down there later. I really do love exploring a city centre when it's getting dark in the evening, you know, when all the lights start coming on. Huge Macedonian flag. I was hoping I could get up into the watchtower, get a good view, but no, the steps don't lead up. Might be a good spot to fly the drone. Get a real look, get a proper look at it. See the minaret over there? You can hear the call for prayer coming out. While I'm in this ancient part of the city, I'll tell you a little bit about the history. So, Skopje dates back to at least 4,000 years BC, as far as we know. In World War I, it was taken over by the Kingdom of Bulgaria. After World War I, it became part of the newly founded Kingdom of Yugoslavia. And after being in the former Yugoslavian countries, it's very interesting. It's very complicated. It's a complex situation. They all have different relationships with each other. They see each So right in the centre of the city here, walking across the famous stone bridge. This stone bridge is a symbol of the city. Some beautiful buildings. Statues everywhere. The city of statues, as they call it. Some museums over there. One of those buildings is the Holocaust Museum. I don't have enough time to go over and look. So halfway over the Vardar River. I actually want to run over to the eye bridge over here quick. It's famous for all the statues, just a bridge with loads of statues. And then come back over here where all the fun is. There's no point in even looking up to see what the statues are because they're everywhere. Another one there. I mean, everywhere you look you will see statues. Now I'm at the eye bridge, famous for all of these statues. These statues look really old, but actually they were erected in 2014. In 2010, the previous government decided they were going to kind of rebuild the city. Just give it something, give it an edge. And they went with statues and lots of these buildings that look really old. They were only built from around 2014 as well. And that pirate ship was also included in the new design of the city. And that's the archaeological museum in front. Here's a better view of the stone bridge that I just walked over. The symbol of Skopje. Over the Vardar River. So the Macedonia Square. Nice colours, lit up well. And there's the main man in front, Alexander the Great. I didn't even check on Google, I just assumed, I mean that has to be him, yeah? Some buskers around, some musicians. Nice bit of music. Very nice. Very lively city, especially right here in the centre, in the square. Naturally, you know. Live music everywhere. The Macedonia Gate, which leads right up to the square where I just came from. A lot of police around. Loads of police. Everywhere. Maybe some kind of protest. Yeah, lads with cans and Macedonia flags, so there's some kind of protest going on. So just around the corner from the Macedonia Gate, you'll find the Macedonia Street, which is also parallel to the square. And here you'll find Mother Teresa's memorial. There's so many statues that you nearly stop even paying attention to them. So there she is, Mother Teresa. Matka Teresa, 1910, 97 she died. Wow. So, yeah, everything's closed, but this is her like memorial museum. And before, the church that she was baptized in used to stand here, but there was a massive earthquake here in 1963 and the church collapsed like many other buildings in this city, which is one of the reasons why the former government said they had to rebuild, and that they did. Anyone from Skopje, I apologise, like this is not the definite few minutes video of Skopje. There's much better ones around, I can guarantee you. But this is all I could see within 2 or 3 hours, and that's all I had. There's a statue of like a woman. There's statues of everything. Look at that. Some lad writing on it with Tipex. But look at that's right outside a bar there. Yeah, the city of statues. What style it is. What an amazing burger that was. Jeez. What's the name of this place? It's called Food Hood. Yeah, that was the best burger I've had in ages. Just one last stop before I head back. If you watched any of my previous videos, you'll know where that last stop is. St. Patrick's Irish Pub. It would be rude not to. They literally served it to me this second like that with the head down here. Bad start, bad start. I'm gonna point at Paul in her. They had it on tap, Paul in our lager, so I like that one. So it's a great location right on the river. It's about $3.50 a pint, which is actually expensive for this part of the world. But Irish pubs do seem to charge more. They're usually in prime locations and they're big, or they have live music, or you know. But look, right in front of the Irish pub, the St. Patrick's Irish pub, you have the Art Bridge. Let's check out the Art Bridge. You can see that this previous government really went out of their way to try and make the city look really artistic and interesting. Below the statues of some fellas. Well, too much of anything isn't a good thing. Someone should have told them that. I bet the locals aren't happy about it. All of a sudden there's like a million statues in their city. So Art Bridge, as in, so they're all famous artists. Look at, they've all got paintbrushes and yeah, there you go. You think a painter and decorator would have copped that one. Here, I've had a few pints, I shouldn't be filming. We leave it at that, yeah. Skopje, cool little city. Well, I only saw a little part of it. Yeah, alright then. I just had to show you this because earlier on in the video I pointed up to a mountain and I saw what looked like a cross or a crucifix. Now here we are in the middle of the night and there it is lit up. So you look at it now and it looks like a cross in the sky. Like, how cool is that? At the very top of the Vodno mountain. It's 220 feet high. So interesting. Glad I noticed that. I just looked out the window and saw it.